Hi everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Patty. Thank you so much for finding this channel, for tuning in, and I hope today's video does not disappoint. Our mom, Judy, is visiting for the summer, so I took a ride down to southern Vermont to see her and my sister Kathleen. And we started the few days with some nibbles on Kathleen's absolutely glorious screened-in porch. And this was the little spread she prepared. And in true Kathleen style, it was absolutely delicious, and the setting couldn't have been more beautiful. Perfect little assortment of crackers and cheese and hummus and snow peas, which I believe were from her garden. And then, of course, a glass of wine. My sister, or our sister-in-law, was joining us, so we had a lovely lunch. And then the following day, we took a road trip to Rockingham, Vermont, to the Windham Antique Center. This is an absolutely stunning 7,000 square foot antique center. They have a gorgeous curated collection of antiques, heirloom and estate jewelry, lighting, hardware, artwork, absolutely gorgeous. And while I did not take any footage in the store, the one exception is I did want to photograph this gorgeous Tantalus decanter set, or decanter set in the Tantalus. And if you recall, I actually purchased one from the antique center near me. This one comes in a beautiful wooden box, and there are 3 decanters, and I just wanted to share that with you because it caught my eye and I thought you might enjoy seeing that. We then just traveled a few miles over the Connecticut River into Walpole, New Hampshire, where we had lunch at the restaurant at Burdicks, which is a French bistro, serves lunch, dinner, craft cocktails. We literally had one of the best lunches I have ever had. We had this gorgeous curried lentil soup. My sister Kathleen had oysters, and our mom and I had a fantastic quiche. It is really a fantastic restaurant. And fun fact, it is co-owned by a famed documentary filmmaker, Ken Burns. And the white wine was delicious. And then right next door in the same building is L.A. Burdick's Chocolatier. And you may be familiar with this. Larry Burdick is a famous chocolatier who studied in Switzerland, and there are a few shops around the United States. There is one in Boston and Cambridge, one in New York, Chicago, Washington, D.C., and right here in Walpole, New Hampshire. And when I say this is some of the best chocolate you will ever have, I mean it. We were able to, Mom treated us to these beautiful little boxes of chocolates, and let me just tell you, they did not last long. So here we are with our little goodie bags. It just made for such a delightful afternoon. Lunch at the restaurant at Burdicks and some chocolate to go. And of course, we did stop at a thrift store in Manchester. Again, I don't have footage. My hands were full. I did get a few things that I will share with you in this video. Our mother then came up north to stay with me for a week or so, and we had a lovely time. So Mom and I are headed to pick some blueberries. It's a gorgeous day, and we'll share with you what we get. We are here at Liberty Hill Blueberry Farm in Enosburg, Vermont. This is my happy place. I call it my therapy. I come up here weekly in the summer and pick blueberries. They are the best blueberries, perfectly manicured fields. There are no bugs. I don't know. It's just absolutely beautiful. And look at these berry bushes, absolutely loaded. So Mom and I spent quite a bit of time filling our buckets and just enjoying the gorgeous Vermont scenery and the beautiful day. Let's go check on my flowers. This is a daily project for me. I love to go out to my flower garden, and I want to show off this basket that I thrifted this winter with the anticipation of using it to carry flowers. This is a flower basket. You can lay large flowers flat, and you'll see later I do cut a gladiola, and it was perfect for carrying that in. I'm so thrilled to have gladiolas this year. This was a bulb I stuck in the ground last year and it didn't do anything, just one stalk and no flowers. This year I have two gorgeous flower bloom stalks. I am cutting one to put in water and another one will be blooming soon. Now this fall I will move them because you can see they are crowding out my hydrangea. But this was one of those cases where I just ran out of room and stuck it in there, and there we have it. And here I am with my basket of flowers and glads, just showing how that works so great for tall, long things. They don't get crowded. They can lay flat. It's perfect for that. And I just wanted to take a minute to show you my outfit. The thrifted sweater twin set is great. I do tend to tie cardigans around my shoulders. This one has 3/4 sleeves, so it doesn't tie as nicely. But for those of us in midlife, tying around the waist is not always the most flattering thing. So I like to do it around my shoulders. And this skirt is my favorite for this summer. This is from Athleta. It has zippered pockets and shorts underneath. I love this for golf or just going out and about. It has a little seersucker stripe. So I just wanted to share that with you. I will link it in the description box. It is still being sold at Athleta. And now I am just going to work a little bit on my Chocolatier. I picked some zinnias to put in there, and I'll put my glads in water to enjoy. Now, if you remember earlier, I told you that I did some thrifting in Manchester, Vermont with my sister Kathleen, and that is at the charity thrift store for their home health organization. And Kathleen, her last video, she had many, many items that we purchased that day. So I'm going to link her video above, and so you'll be able to check out what she purchased there at that thrift store. And now, without further ado, I will show you what I purchased there. I have still managed to make time for thrifting, checking out new places. When I was visiting my sister Kathleen and my mom in southern Vermont, we did go to a thrift store, Kathleen and I did, in Manchester, Vermont, and it is a charity thrift store. I cannot think of the name of it, so I will link it in the description box. But I did manage to find a few nice pieces of glass and crystal. And one of them is sort of the star of the show here, as far as I'm concerned, is this gorgeous footed bowl. This is Waterford crystal. The camera will never do it justice, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit about this. And I am not entirely sure. I haven't done a great amount of research on it, but it's definitely Waterford. It has its etch mark on the bottom. It is a 10-inch scalloped bowl. I think they call it a fruit bowl. And I believe the pattern is the Cullen pattern. And it has these gorgeous, almost like wheat pattern on it, as well as a crosshatch design.
And of course, my favorite part is the scalloped edges. And I just love that. I also am such a big fan of anything footed. And this has this really nice footing on it. I absolutely love this piece. I paid $30, excuse me, not 12. I paid $30 for this beauty. As I said, it is 10 inches in diameter. So this is a great piece for fruit. I will definitely use this, and in fact have already on my counter. It just is, it gives off a glorious reflection, and I absolutely adore this bowl. Now, at this particular thrift store, it was in a glass case at the register. So I did not spot it until I was checking out with another smaller item I'll show you. And I spotted it. And so they were aware that it was Waterford. It was priced at $30, which is an incredible bargain, especially for the older pieces like this, because they are just, they're made better, they're harder to find. And I don't know if you've checked Waterford prices anytime recently, but they're astronomical. So to have this quality, this piece in a piece that I will use, I was absolutely thrilled. And $30, yes, I immediately purchased it. But I will tell you, I had a hard time finding the etch mark, and I'm pretty good at finding them. This one was really hard, and I still cannot see it with the naked eye. The cashier woman, volunteer working there, had a magnifying glass, and as soon as I had the magnifying glass, I was immediately able to see the Waterford etch mark. So all this to say, I think when I'm thrifting now, I'm going to carry a magnifying glass, because if this were on the shelf, well, I would have loved it, and certainly it would have caught my eye. I'm not Waterford savvy enough to know immediately that this is Waterford, and I still cannot see that etching mark. It is in the bottom, in, you know, there's a starburst pattern on the bottom, and it is in one of the cuts there, but I still cannot find it. So I think I'm going to carry a magnifying glass with me. It's not enough to like take a picture with my phone and enlarge it. I still couldn't even see it with that. I really needed a genuine old school magnifying glass, and immediately I spotted it. So pro tip, if you're not experienced at finding the or identifying certain crystals or glasses, it might be a good idea to carry a magnifying glass in your purse so that you can spot it. So anyway, this is one of my favorite finds, and you know I love my Waterford crystal, and this is just so special. I cannot wait to put potpourri or fruit or something lovely in this. Very usable size, very stunning centerpiece, and I was thrilled. And by the way, you might know this too, but when you're identifying crystal, you know, a lot of people would say give it a flick. That's actually not the best way to identify the sound, because if I flick it, I guess, well, that does make a nice sound, but it doesn't always. The best way is to sort of pinch your fingers at the top and pull up like you're plucking, almost like a plucking motion. So that's what you're going to go for when you're trying to identify the sound of crystal. So there's your there's your tip of the day. What I actually bought at this store, which brought me up to that register, was this really sweet little salt cellar. When I was visiting my mom, and I'll insert a picture, went to this gorgeous antique store, and she bought for me a beautiful little salt cellar. I have a small collection now, and I love them. And my sister Kathleen got me little spoons for them. So I am always on the lookout. I think at this point I might have, I would say between 4 and 6. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at my exact count. But I found this sweet little salt cellar at that store. It was on the shelf, and I think it was $1. So of course this came home with me. And salt cellars can obviously be used for their intended purpose, which is salt. But this also makes a great little ring holder, to keep rings, earrings in. Because it's so small, they don't get tangled or caught up or knocked over. So I may actually keep one to keep my earrings or rings in my bedroom, but they are a great little ring holder. I'm sure there's other uses for them as well. You can let me know in the comments if you use your salt cellars for other things. But this I picked up on the shelf at that particular thrift store. And when I came to the counter is when I spotted the Waterford. And speak of Waterford, I found this beautiful Waterford rose bowl. And I don't know the pattern of this. If you're a Waterford person, you can let me know. I will probably do some research to find out, but I'm not entirely sure what pattern this is with the little cross hatches. And I am not sure. But I can insert a video where I show you different uses for a rose bowl. I'll put that up here or here, and you can see how I use rose bowls throughout my home. This one's on the smaller size, and what's special about a rose bowl is the small opening means you use less flowers. So I'm really excited. I will probably use this for a little while with its intended purpose, which is flowers, but I think there could be other uses that I will use this for because it is just so stunning. It is cloudy. I don't know how much you'll see of this, but you can probably see maybe the lower third is cloudy. And how I intend to clean this, because this is a hard item to clean because of that small opening, you can't get a rag or anything inside it. So what I intend to do is to put some warm water, a little bit of Dawn dish soap, a little bit of distilled white vinegar, and some rice, and put it in there, and I'll swirl it around in the hopes that the rice will when I swirl it, will allow the liquid to get in there and clean. And then I'll dump it all out and rinse it and see if I can't get some of that cloudiness out. I will let you know, but what I'd like from you is if you know how to clean cloudiness out of crystal, can you let me know in the comments? Because I do need to tend to this. That's my plan. But if you have a better or a tried and true method, can you please let me know in the comments? So this was $12 for this gorgeous Waterford rose bowl. This Waterford etching back stamp was very easy for me to spot with my naked eye. So that was not a problem. It was the footed fruit bowl that was harder. So this one I was able to identify right off. But again, I think it will not hurt to carry a magnifying glass with me, because now I'm thinking, I wonder if I left some Waterford crystal on the shelves of stores thinking it wasn't Waterford. So I either need to get good at identifying it or just carry that magnifying glass. And of course I can use it for other things because my eyes are not what they once were. So anyway, here is my sweet $12 rose bowl. I cannot wait to clean this and put some beautiful summer flowers in that and enjoy this beautiful vessel and beautiful flowers. So, well, there you have it. That was 3 beautiful items from a charity thrift store in Manchester, Vermont. And I was so thrilled to find those. Hopefully you're getting out there and finding some great items this summer.
All right, everyone, before I sign off on this video, I wanted to show you something that my sister Paula sent me for my birthday that I think you will love. So cool. So let me flip this around so you can see. Look what my sister Paula sent me for my birthday. These items. This is a chinoiserie vase Swedish dishcloth, or the reusable dishcloths that we all love. My sisters and I Love these, but I have never seen one like this. Can you stand it? It's like too pretty to use. So, and then just when you think it can't get any better, what? Chinoiserie inspired band-aids. I mean, really, it almost makes you want to have a paper cut just so you can put them on. Are these the cutest things ever? What a sweet gift. So I just couldn't resist. I knew our viewers would appreciate these gifts, and I just couldn't wait to show them. So that was a very fun and adorable birthday gifts from my sister Paula. And again, I just couldn't wait to share them with all of you.
All right, everyone, that's going to do it for today's video. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me. I know the summer is busy. I know there's vacations and visits and all the best parts of summer. I get it. And so for you to spend some time with me today means so much. If you haven't done so already, would you please subscribe to our channel? And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. That like button really helps with the analytics, and it helps us to understand if the video was something that you like and would like more of. And I gave you a million things that I want to learn from you in the comments. Please let me know how you clean crystal. Let me know if you have any other uses for your rose bowl. And if there's any Waterford experts out there that can give me any hints for identifying them without the magnifying glass, I am all ears. So there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for spending time with me. As I said, it means a ton to us. And I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.